Hi everyone, happy Thanksgiving. Earlier this weekend, Luke and I made a Thanksgiving meal for my family, and we made a total of 5 or 6 dishes that I wanted to share with you in case you're also vegetarian or in case you wanted to make a dish or two vegetarian as part of your whole Thanksgiving meal. The recipes range from pretty easy to a bit more complicated, which include a pumpkin pie, bread rolls, potato gratin, stuffing inside of roasted pumpkins, and maple glazed carrots. I am linking all of the recipes in the description below, so check those links out. And without further ado, let's jump in. Bye. Making a pie crust is actually very rewarding. The ingredients are super simple, just flour, salt, butter, and water. I'm adding the step-by-step instructions in the description below, but what I really found was key was making sure that your butter and water are very cold so that you can properly work with the dough. I've made this dough before and it is so delicious. Once the dough refrigerated, we took it out and I started rolling it. I realized that the edges were slightly cracking, so I let it rest for a moment and then I came back to roll it. You want to make sure that you roll out your dough 2 inches bigger than the diameter of your pie dish, so take a look at that before you start rolling. This is the first time that I have used aluminum foil instead of parchment paper for the pre-bake, and the instructions that I read was to put butter on the bottom part of the aluminum foil that would touch the pie crust, and that ended up working really well. Then I moved on to the pumpkin filling, which has 3 different kinds of sugar: granulated sugar, brown sugar, and molasses. So you can imagine this is going to be very sweet, but very yummy. You want to put all of your ingredients in one bowl, mix, and then fill your pie crust. I like to add pecans at the top of my crust. You can add whatever you like or leave them as they are. Luke was in charge of making our bread rolls this Thanksgiving. This recipe makes 40 rolls, so we quartered it to make just about 9 rolls. This recipe is from YouTubers that I have followed for many years, Ellie and Jared. We've made these rolls 2 years in a row now, and they are delicious. We made the rolls kind of early in the morning, so we did let them proof for a bit. We put them in the fridge, I believe, and we waited until my family was on their way to pop them in the oven.
We should, so we can cook them fresh. So I like to make a really over-the-top gratin, which means we put a lot of cheese in it. Just 2 different types of cheddar.
Luke's famous dish that he makes every Thanksgiving is gratin, and every year he makes it slightly different. The base recipe, I'm attaching that in the description below, is from Mark Bittman in the New York Times.
Onion eyes.
And you can kind of play with it. He sometimes makes it spicy by adding cayenne. He sometimes doesn't do that if we're eating with folks who are a little bit more spice sensitive, but it's super easy to make. It's like a potato lasagna, incredibly delicious. We really only eat this once a year during the holidays because it is very, very rich and fatty, as you can imagine, but it is absolutely divine.
Boiling, so I know it's...
Luke completely won the stuffing recipe, so I don't have something to attach in the description, but he just chopped up a bunch of different vegetables: mushrooms, carrots, celery, shallots, onion. He spiced it up with some rosemary and thyme, sauteed everything, and then what he stuffed was actually 2 pumpkins that we had from Halloween. Instead of stuffing it into a turkey, as we're vegetarian, he put it into pumpkins, roasted the stuffing inside of the pumpkins, and it came out so good. So I wanted to share, since this was a little bit more unique, and it was the first time that we've ever made it.
Here are our pumpkins. These look good. And then I need somewhere to put the... a stuffed pumpkin.
And then the last recipe that I have for you are very easy, simple roasted carrots. The main thing to dress these up is maple syrup. So if you like maple syrup, you'll like these, and they're a great way to add something healthy to your Thanksgiving meal. I hope that these recipes are helpful to you, that maybe you tried one or the other, and that you have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving with friends and family wherever you're going for this holiday. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.